Hello there. Okay, so we're back on Tritium, and we've discovered a problem, actually. Um, our issue here is that our hover vehicles, we've got a bunch here. See, they all spawned in. And if I go into it and actually interact, yeah, we can actually, you know, move around. It looks pretty good. And you can see it's looking pretty smooth. Get out of my vehicle. And, again, we'll quickly go over here, go to the vehicle, and sure enough, see, moves pretty smooth, feels smooth. So let us now go to one of the other clients, and this is where the problem is. We'll go here, jump in, and the first thing you're going to notice, of course, is that these vehicles aren't the same color. That's a little bug that I'm working on. But so let's just go over to this vehicle. It's not manned. And let's get into it. And as I start to fly, you can see it kind of jitters. There's, at least on my screen, I can see a lot of jittering. So that's telling me that prediction is not working on the client side. And that's going to be self-evident in a moment. So if I get out of this, and then, of course, yeah, I've got that problem that I need to fix. Go another one. And I'm just going to go over to... Where's the other vehicle? Ah! Well, I guess, yeah, the tank, right. So we'll go with tank. And the tank is really bad. You can see, at least on my screen, it is shaking like it's nobody's business. My guess is also the tank is more complex, so the lack of prediction means more network or more things have to be approved for the movement. And now let's actually get into why that is. Let's see, move my other screen in. Go. Yes, the vehicles themselves, so BP base V hover. What's important is in the upper right. It's our construction of this. We are using a root cube. This was based off of a hover vehicle on the marketplace, which was meant for multiplayer. I don't think the gentleman actually tested this out with other clients very well. So we have the root cube that we're actually doing most of our motion on, and it is just a static mesh. We use the hover controller blueprint, its component, that encapsulates, the hovering behavior. We have an interact info. This is for something else in a health component, so these aren't required for the movement. But you'll see here, and there's a skeletal mesh, which is a child to the root. Okay, so to the root. And it animates fine, so its animating is fine. It's just the motion sucks. And and it dawned on me when I was looking at this. I don't know why it took me so long. Let's go back here. Oh, there we go. Oh, right, that's the blueprint. My bad. Here, let's get rid of this. So we'll go here, blueprints, character classes. We'll go to BP base character. And here we are. You'll notice that the BP base character, which is what everyone uses, is the character movement. And you'll notice when I hover over it, it says very specifically at the bottom, network is fully implemented with server client correction and prediction included. So we don't have any of that prediction in any of our moving vehicles at the moment. So, what do we do? I'm going to just do the brute force approach and recreate the vehicle with a character movement component. And obviously, as you can see, it supports various movement modes, including walking, falling, swimming, flying, and custom. So we're going to be looking at the flying and custom parts of this. And again, taking hover code and implementing it so that it works okay. My only issue that I am worried about is you can see here we have a mesh, skeletal mesh, that's attached to the capsule component. So one of the things is that the skeletal mesh actually does have, let's go to here, and we'll actually take a look at our skeletal mesh. Oh yeah, right. We'll look at the skeletal mesh, and what I'm worried about is collision. There's our collision. So we can see here that this is the colliders set for this vehicle. The question arises is, are these colliders going to be welded to the capsule collider? So, will the capsule or the capsule component, will it also observe the collisions of the mesh? Or will we have to only use the capsule component collisions and everything involved with that? And go to the viewport. You can see here there we go. Yeah. So when I click on that, this is what happens in a humanoid. What we see. This is the collider. Yes, the mesh can be used for bullets and weapons, but this collider is for actual movement, and that's what I'm curious about. Is that can we use the vehicle colliders for running into things, or are we going to have to be modifying this capsule component? So there, that's our quick update as to where we are at the moment. And as I said, it kind of sucks. We had a lot of work here where the vehicles would spawn in and actually change their skin based on their team. I switched it from materials to instances and had some networking issues, but again, we had actual flying. These guys were flying and they were team coded, and I actually had a base tank moving around and the turret actually facing wherever the camera went. So I was pretty happy with that. So that's where we are. Like I said, I feel sad. It's going to be some more rework. We won't have player vehicles at the moment because we need to have this smooth, and it wasn't smooth. It sucked. So there we go. Anyway, thank you very much, and we'll give you an update as we progress. Bye bye.